Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss the next lab program, that is lab program number 7 in your practical series. That is, the question is very lengthier one. Just I'll read the question. Write a program to create a class with the data members A, B, C. That means 3 coefficients and member functions to input data. Compute the discriminant based on the following condition. Print the roots. Condition is, if the discriminant D, I take discriminant as a D. First condition is, if the discriminant D is equal to 0, then the roots are equal. Roots are equal. If the discriminant D is greater than 0, then the roots are real roots. If the discriminant D is less than 0, then it is imaginary roots. Imaginary roots. So we'll start the experiment. So question I have been given over here. Please copy down in the question completely when you are copying into the classwork. So complete question, it will take half of the board, so I am not writing the complete question. So just the condition I have been written here. See, we need to find the roots of coefficients. What are the coefficients? A, B, C. 3 coefficients using quadratic equation. So what is a quadratic equation? Minus B plus R minus square root of B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. This is your quadratic equation. See here, this quadratic equation we cannot directly put into your C++. That we need to convert it into C++ format. Before going to convert this one into the C++ expression, first I will find a discriminant value D. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. This is your mathematical expression that I will write it in the form of your C++ expression, that is B into B minus 4 into A into C. Did you got it? What is D? D equal to B into B minus 4 into A into C. So how many roots you need to find? 2 roots you need to find, R1 and R2. Why R1 and R2? Because once you need to find for the plus root, once you need to find for the minus root. So R1, that is a root 1 equal to minus B plus, how to write square root? Yes, with the help of mathematical function SQRT. So inside I have B square minus 4AC I have been calculated and stored into the variable D. Square root of D whole divided by 2 into A. Did you got how to write only minus root? Then plus root. Here whatever it was there plus, change it to minus. Root 2 equal to minus B minus square root of D whole divided by 2 into A. These 2 roots you need to find depending on the D value. If the discriminant D is equal to 0, then the given roots are equal. If the discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots are positive roots or real roots. If the discriminant value is less than, then it is a negative values, then we cannot find the roots for the given coefficients, then we are displaying the message called imaginary roots. That means these 3 are the data members we need to take for the input, and I need one more variable, that is D, root 1 and root 2. Calculation part is this one. This is your calculation part, and find the output depending on the D value. Find the output depending on the D value. Then input is ABC. Here also we need to declare three member function, one for input data, one for calculation, one for output data. So shall we start the program? So did you understood how to write the equation? So I'll write the equation here. This is your quadratic equation. What is the quadratic equation? Minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac. 2a divided by 2a. That value b can be written as b square minus 4ac can be written in the form of your C++ expression b into b minus 4 into ac. Then this can be written in two different forms. One is r1 and r2 minus b plus square root of, already we have find the discriminant, whole divided by 2 into a. Then root 2a for minus root b minus square root of d whole divided by 2 into a. If you remember the formula, this program is also very easy. Maybe you feel that it is a lengthier program, but it is very easy to remember. Can I start the program now? Your program contains three header files. Why? Yes, we are using sqrt function, so that we require math.h. Hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, hash include math.h. Three header files we required here, and if you are using any exit function, process.h or stdlib.h can also be used. So shall we start? Yes, class. We are finding roots for quadratic equation. So I am taking a class name as quadratic. Class name is quadratic. It is a name relevant to the given program. Hence class for class keyword followed by class name. The program is related to quadratic equation. Hence the class name given as quadratic. So with the private, declare the variable under a float variable, float data type a, b, c for the three coefficients to accept the value, and discriminant d, root 1 or r1, root 2. So these variables we need to declare as a data members under private. Then declare under a public. Why we need to declare under a public? Defining the member function outside the class. If you want to define the member functions outside the class, only public will be allowed. Only public will be allowed. Private and protect will not be allowed to define outside the class. Hence member functions will be written under public access specifier. I need to write three member functions. One for input data, another one for calculation, another for output data. So three member functions we need to define outside the class. This is your class definition. Class contains data members and member function enclosed in the parenthesis and flower braces terminated by semicolon. We have given the name of the class is quadratic. So now we are defining these member functions outside the class with the help of return type. What is the return type used here? Void is a return type, and this function belongs to which class? Quadratic class. So write the quadratic, then scope resolution operator, member identity label, then function name, input data. What are the inputs you require? These three coefficients value you will need: Cout, enter three coefficients. Enter three coefficients or enter A, B, C value. Enter the value of A, B, C. Enter the values of A, B, C. Three coefficients we need to enter over here. That is, accept the value with the variable A, B, C. Three values you need to give. This is for your input data. Then we are defining a member function. Another one for outside the class, calculation. First part is return type. Second one is class name. What is the class name? Quadratic. Quadratic is a class name. Scope resolution operator. Calculation. What we need to calculate? Only discriminant we need to calculate this formula. D equal to 4 into A into B square minus 4AC. That is D. Discriminant value D equal to B into B. B square can be written as B into B minus 4 into A into C. So here parenthesis may or may not be because minus has a less priority. Anyhow, multiplication will be given first priority. Program will execute without any error. Did you got it? So two different functions we have been defined now. The another function we are trying to define. So what is the next function? Output function. Void is a return type. Quadratic is a class name. Scope resolution operator. Output data. Output data. If the discriminant value D is equal to 0, there is a difference between single equals and double equals. Single equals assignment operator. A equal to 10. 10 value gets assigned into A. A is equal to 10. If A is 10, then only the result is true. If A is 6, then the result is false. It is a comparison operator or relational operator. It is an assignment operator. Here the result is always true or false. Here we are assigning the value. RHS value will be assigned to LHS. You got it here. So if D is 0, then we need to find the roots for this. Before that, just display the message. What is that? Roots are equal. Roots are equal. When the roots are equal, when the discriminant D value is equal to 0, discriminant D value is equal to 0, then your roots are equal. Find the first root. Root 1 equal to. Here, what is the formula? Minus B plus square root of D whole divided by 2A. Isn't it? What is the square root of if the D is 0? If the D is 0, square root of 0 is 0. Then completely what it will happen? This entire result will be 0. What you will get? Minus B plus 0 divided by 2 into A. Is it required to write the 0? It's not needed. Did you understood? Any value of the square root 0, you will get 0. So what I need? I need a minus B divided by 2 into A. This much is enough. Did you understood? Square root may not be required. If you write also doesn't matter. Understood the students? Why it is I have not written the square root of D? Square root of D. D value is 0. D value is 0. Square root of 0 is equal to 0. So no need to write the square root. Understood? Yes. I am assigning whatever I will get in the root 1. I am assigning that value into root 2. Now both root 1 and root 2 contains the same value. Both contain same value. Display Cout root 1 equal to the value which is present in the root 1, endl, no termination, root 2 equal to the value which is present in the root 2. So this if condition finished. If D is 0, then only this particular part will execute. Otherwise, suppose if D is not 0, suppose D is 2. Is it 2 is equal to 0? No. Condition will move to the else part. Control will move to the else part. In the else, we are going to check one more condition. There are 3 conditions here. We need to use else if. So, first have been tested for the D equal to 0. Now I am testing for D is greater than 0. The discriminant value is greater than 0. Then what kind of result that is? The roots are real roots. Roots are real roots. Display the message. Cout roots are real or positive. Roots are real or positive. You can, if you want, you can add endl here, because below roots are going to be displayed. So put a endl over here. Then find the root 1. Root 1 equal to, here you need to write the complete expression. Once for root 1, another for root 2. No need to remember for a longer period of signs here. Plus, minus. That's all. Both the formulas are same. Just here it is a plus, here it is a minus. Square root of B whole divided by 2 into A. Minus B minus square root of D whole divided by 2 into A. 2 into A. Did you got it? Then display the same output statement here. Cout root 1 equal to the value which is present in the root 1, endl, the value which is present in the root 2, so this if condition was finished. If D is equal to 0, it will execute. If the D is 2, then this will execute. If the D is minus 2, is it equal to 0? Is it equal to greater than 0? No. Then control will move to the another else part. Another else part in the program. So the roots are imaginary roots. Just display the message card. Cout roots are, no need to test the condition, roots are imaginary. Roots are imaginary. Understood? So your definition of the output will close now. See, I am using the particular horizontally, you need to write vertically, that means the lines has to match. These blocks should be inside. This is in one block, this is in one block. Follow the blocks properly while copying. Did you got the student? So we did input, we did calculation, and we did the output part. So we left out with void main. So can I write it here, the void main? So the after this you program, I am continuing here. Void main CLR SCR. To clear the previous output screen, I need to create an object. I need to create an object with a class name. What is the class name? Quadratic. And giving a name of the object is obj. What are the functions I should call? 3 functions I should call. These 3 functions: obj dot input data, obj dot input data, obj dot output data, calculation, obj dot calculation, then obj dot output data, then get ch, end of your main program. Here you need to copy the output for this. Please remember your values. First time, here you need to execute 3 times. This program need to execute 3 times. Why? Once you need to get the result as the roots are equal, then roots are real, then roots are imaginary. First time, when you are giving ABC value, that means when it will ask enter ABC, for the first time A value is 1, B value is 2, C value is 1. Then you will get the result that is -1 for both. Root 1 is equal to -1, root 2 is equal to -1. Both the roots are equal roots. So this will give you which result? Equal result. Then another one, that is 2 minus 3 1. Here you will get real roots. Then the third one, 2 minus 2 1. This will give you imaginary roots. Imaginary roots. We'll trace the output in the lab. Okay na? So please remember and copy these values also. So these values you need to test for the test run. Okay students? So class quadratic. Please remember this. What is this? Class name. Here it is a class name. Here it is a class name. And here is a class name. Here is a class name. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be same in the format and spelling and the pattern. Here Q, capital letter. Throughout the program you should use capital letter. Okay, and the spelling of that QUADRATIC, that should be matched. Otherwise you will get many errors. Okay students, and here I have used underscore. Here also you need to use underscore. Here also should match those underscores. Okay, and the spelling of that function name should be matched. And your class compulsory need to be terminated. Please make a note of all those things. If you are not terminated, if you have any mistake in the spelling, and if you are forgot to put the math for the square root function, you will get the error. Otherwise, the program will execute very faster. Please remember, how much fast you will execute in the final practical exam, that much marks you are going to get. How long you will sit in the lab during the examination time, that much marks is going to be reduced. 2 hours lab program, lab exam will be conducted. So just 30 minutes of the time to write 2 programs. That means one from the part A, that's what we are teaching now. Another one, there are 2 sections in that, part B and part C, togetherly 1 section. In that, either from the part B or from the part C, you will get 1 question. Okay, these 2, that is section 1 C++, section 2 you will come to know in the upper classes, that is your HTML or SQL. That is a new concept for you, SQL. So among those 2, 1 question will be there. Among these C++, so there are 16 programs. You need to prepare perfectly for first 12 programs. The remaining we'll see, depends on the during the examination time we will tell you. Then section C, that is section B, no need to worry for that. So from the SQL, 3 questions. From the SQL, 3 questions. From the HTML, 2 questions. So togetherly 5. So these are only 5 questions. Among 5, any one you will get. Among those 5, any one you will get. Among the 12 batch, 12 students, 12 programs. Please remember, program will never repeat in the section A. So what you will get, that only you should write. That's why I am telling you, every day keep practice and keep it for you. So how much you have thorough with the program, that much of the marks you will get. Remember, see, even though 30 marks if you get in the lab, if you get 22 also, you will get 52 marks. See, your marks will be more increased with the help of lab programs. With the help of lab programs. If you write more than 20, that is your 30s, definitely your marks will be under first class. Marks will be under. If you work half of the hard work with the particular theory concept, then also you will get a very good first class marks. But please remember, lab programs, no one should not get less than 30. That is my target. So when you will reach the particular target, when you prepare and keep it from the particular day. When I was teaching, from that day you should start preparing those programs. And whatever you have been done already, please weekly once revise and keep it with you. Then only it is possible to get your 30 marks. Got the students? So these things should be properly being written, then only you will avoid the errors. So in the lab program, during the lab program, nobody will help you to come out or rectify your errors. It's your job, it's you have to do. Even in the during the class time also. So I have been mentioned what are the things you should follow. So maximum less help in the second year during the practical execution time. Maximum we have done in the first year itself. Execution you know for the C++. So suppose if you are not able to rectify the error, then I will do the help. I am not telling I am not going to help you, because you should know that how to rectify the error. That is a main target, because second year is not like your first year lab programs practicals. Okay students? So first program execution begins with main program. It will come here, it will create the object. Once it will create the object, memory will be allocated for data members and member function with the name of obj, and first input will be invoked. When this particular function gets invoked, control will move to the declaration. Declaration will send the control to the definition part. Definition will accept the a value, b value, c value. This is your a, b, c values. Once you have accepted the a, b, c value, then the control will back to the main function. Then it will invoke the calculation function. Then the control will come here. It will find the d value. If for this case, you will get d value as 0. For the first case, you will get the d value as 0. So d is equal to 0. Yes, roots are equal. It will find the root 1. Copy the root 1 into the root 2. So both the roots gets displayed. Then in the second scenario, you will get d is greater than 0. First condition is false. Then the second condition will be executed. Then roots will be finded for you. Then it will display the roots. Roots are real. In the third scenario, roots are imaginary. This you should give first time, not all the value at a time. This is for first execution. Then this is for second execution. And this is for your third execution. Did you got the students? All the values we are not giving at a time. We are giving one set of value at once. Hope you understood. This is your second lab program I have been taught. That is lab program number 7 in the series. Thank you students. We'll continue in the next class. Only few topics it was left out in the particular chapter. We come to the end of the session. Okay. Thank you students.